With the 14th pick of the 2024 MLB Draft, the Chicago Cubs select Cam Smith, a third baseman from Florida State. The Seattle Mariners have the next pick.
Well, after Cam Smith graduated as the #1 prep shortstop in Florida, the biggest decision was which school he would go to. He settled on Florida State, calling it his plan A win-win situation. Had to learn how to slow the game down for himself, so now he meditates. This is back-to-back Seminoles on the board, but they are very different, Carlos.
Yeah, they are. I mean, Tibbs is more of a pure hitter. Cam Smith has more physical tools, a little bit more athleticism, a chance to profile to more premium defensive position. But the fact that he changed his offensive profile so significantly year over year speaks to that approach that you mentioned, that adjustment. He significantly cut his strikeout rate. He changed his setup to get to that. It's a little more grounded, a little bit more manufactured at times, but the contact skills that he showed was impressive. He's got above average or plus raw power in the tank. I think at the next level, he'll maybe need to find a blend of those two approaches to get the most out of his tools, but his exciting upside, his ability to adapt at the plate, I think is a good indicator for what he can do moving forward. And he's got a plus arm at third base as well, so there's a lot to like here.
We've already seen that raw base for athleticism from Cam Smith, Greg.
I do want to give Cam Smith some love, Dan. This third baseman, Florida State kid, what do you think?
Well, I think he's athletic. I think there's power there. I think he made great swing adjustment approaches. But, man, this guy does not pull the ball, and he hits a ton of ground balls. So that profile in pro ball is not going to work. He's going to have to make further adjustments to be able to be as impactful as the body type and athlete that he is.
Maybe he's a guy that goes from oppo power to learning what a lot of little leaguers do is the opposite. They pull everything and then they try and learn how to go oppo. He was very difficult for us to game plan. And the one thing I will say about him, about as much as anyone we played against, he has immense presence on the field. He's not a friendly guy to compete against, and he believes in himself about as much as anyone we played against, at least just, again, the notice factor from the dugout.
He got to a crazy start. First 16 games of the year, he was hitting .507.
This is a guy who had a rough year last year as a freshman. He had very little success as a freshman, like we've talked about. Went to the Cape, really impressed up there, got better. He's only played 2 seasons of college baseball. A lot of these guys we're talking about have played 3. So I think there's more room for growth there, too.
He's going to play and have at-bats every day. And that's the beauty of pro ball. 142 games in the minor leagues. You're making adjustments. He's going to play. I love his upside. And I got to tell you guys, this is another guy unpreviously drafted. As I see these, and I know sometimes it's signability, other times it's not. And it tells you a lot about the kid, about that player, that I go from undrafted to first round. That is crazy unique. And we're living it and we're seeing it. And that says, that's all I need to know about it. 3 or 4 of these kids were already been picked that way. It's really special.
Yeah, and you mentioned repetitions. One thing that's going to occur in pro ball is a ton of repetitions at third base. Some people wanted to pick apart his defense. From what we saw in scouting, he made every play.
Yeah, I agree.
It's not always, it doesn't look like Derek Jeter, but he gets it done over there. And you know why you want him out there is for the offensive prowess.